like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth here at Mitchell Courthouse. Attorney Warren Brown, attorney extraordinaire,
Yeah.
Warren Brown, philanthropist. Why are you so supportive of J. Wendell Gordon in this Squeegee case?
Well, for one, he's doing it, well, we both are doing it pro bono. And, he's just a determined fighter. What we're dealing with is, this boy is the future. He's 14. He was 14 at the time. He just turned 16. He got his whole life ahead of him. And so he's never been in any trouble before. Just out there trying to make, a few dollars, right? Can't cut grass anymore, grass. We don't have snow anymore, climate warming, that kind of nonsense. And so, no, you can't deliver newspapers. So they're squeegeeing, trying to make some money. And all of a sudden, this guy jumps out of his car, comes across 8 lanes of traffic with a bat and attacks these kids. And so, man, got shot. And so it's not like this kid was out looking for trouble. Trouble came to him. So we're fighting hard. He's a fighter. And he asked me to come in on this with him, which I considered an honor. But I've just been kind of, following along behind him. He's done a hell of a job. We're waiting to see what the jury thinks about all of this.
I'm very proud of you two. It's not often that we have such distinguished attorneys take on such cases pro bono. Why is it important to you to give back?
Well, listen, I told the jury in the closing argument today, everything I have done that's led up to this day, representing this kid, everything has led up to this point, right? All the cases I've had, the courts I've been in, the trouble I should have gotten in and didn't, everything in my life has led up to this moment representing this kid, because his whole future is in the balance, man. And so that's a heavy load to carry. But, got Jay Wendell here with his big, broad shoulders, so we did what we thought was necessary. And so hopefully, you never know with 12 strangers what they think or what they're going to do, but hopefully they will see the wisdom in not finding him guilty. In these trials, it's not a question of whether a person is innocent or not. It's a question of whether the state proves them guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And so we both argued in closing that the state had not done that, but it's up to that 12 to make that determination.
Any thoughts on the black legal tradition in Baltimore?
Well, it has a storied, history, really. I mean, Thurgood Marshall. These were giants that had an impact nationally. And here's the crazy part about it. 40 years ago, when I came back starting as a young lawyer, you had all of these guys, all these people you looked up to, Milton Allen, Watts, all these legal giants, and many of them who had practiced, with Thurgood or benefited from his work. And then all of a sudden, it's like an onion peeling away an onion. All of a sudden, now I've got these young lawyers kind of looking up to me, and I'm like, where did the time go? When did it flip from me looking up to these guys to guys looking up to me? Listen, I'm just consider it an honor just to still be standing, because that's a lot of it, man. We lost a lot of people along the way for various reasons.
I got to ask you about your Morehouse scholar, Keon Giroux.
Yeah, Keon's doing
You had a
thing.
billboard at North and Howard honoring Keon many years ago.
Yeah, Keon is doing well in the ministry. As a matter of fact, I talked to a prosecutor who just retired from the state attorney's office, but she lives in Philly nonetheless, amazingly. And so she was saying he's one of their favorite visiting pastors. So it's just really good to even think about him. I mean, listen, he went to Poly, didn't work out there, went to Lake Clifton, kept his dream alive. Morehouse, of course, I helped him pay for that. And then he goes to Princeton, Ivy League, studied under Dr. Cornel West, and then established his own church. So it's just, it really feels good to see that type of thing happen with somebody like that, because he was a good kid all along the way. He really was.
Any final thoughts?
Just keep doing what you're doing, man. The black media is very, very important, especially considering how they're trying to sanitize the manner in which black folk have been dealt with, given the short end of the stick throughout history. So it has to come from the black media. Our history, keep it alive, and that has to be through people like you.
Thank you, Mr. Warren Brown, attorney
Yes, sir.
extraordinaire here in the
Yes,
city
sir.
of Baltimore. Keep
Yes,
watching
sir.
BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.